Introduction. Have you ever stopped to think about the power you hold over your own life? Why do some people seem to have everything they've ever dreamed of, while others are trapped in cycles of struggle and scarcity? What is it that's successful? People really know and practice to manifest lives of abundance, health, and prosperity. The truth is, the reality you see around you is not reality itself. It is a direct reflection of what's happening inside of you. Yes, the world you experience every day, the people you meet, the situations you face, and even the opportunities that arise, is a projection of your own thoughts, beliefs, and energy. This may sound revolutionary, but it's a simple and powerful principle known as the mirror principle. In this video, we will dive deep into this concept that can completely change the way you view the world and your life. The mirror principle teaches us that instead of trying to change the external circumstances, we should focus on transforming what's inside of us, our beliefs, our feelings, and our energy. By doing so, we begin to shape our reality in a quantum way, attracting everything we desire: prosperity, success, and happiness. Imagine for a moment that you are like a player in a video game, and your life, the challenges, the missions, the achievements, is the character you control. What happens in the game, the scenarios, and the missions depends on how you choose to play. What if you knew you could change the rules of this game, starting with how you see yourself and the world? This is the true key to manifestation. Change starts from within. The spiritual awakening and expansion of consciousness we will discuss. Here are not just philosophical concepts. They are practical tools you can use to create a completely different reality. By using practices such as meditation, visualization, and the power of the law of attraction, you will learn to align your energy with what you want to manifest, creating a quantum leap in your life. Now, you might be wondering, why do the people who understand this principle have so much success and power over their realities? The answer is simple. They know that in order to change the external world, they first need to change their internal world. And that's exactly what you're going to learn in this video. So are you ready to discover how your reality is shaped by your deepest beliefs? Are you prepared to apply the mirror principle and start manifesting the life you've always dreamed of? Let's embark on this journey of quantum transformation and see how you can align your energy with the universe to create a life full of abundance. Don't miss it. Chapter 1. Life is a reflection, not reality. The life we experience is not reality itself. Rather, it's a mirror reflecting our internal world. This might sound confusing at first, but if you think more deeply about it, you'll realize that the life you're living is, in fact, a reflection of what's going on inside you. Imagine for a moment that the world around you is like a huge mirror, reflecting back the emotions, beliefs, and thoughts that you hold within. What you see and experience in your daily life is often just a manifestation of your internal state. The hustle and grind culture that's often pushed on us seems to suggest that the secret to success lies in fighting against the external world, working harder, pushing more, and taking action against everything around us. But this is a misguided approach, one that ignores the true source of transformation. You don't need to change the world outside. Instead, you need to change what's going on inside you, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your energy. This is the essence of quantum manifestation and the law of attraction. By shifting your internal world, you start to shift your external reality. The truth is, no matter how much you push against the outside circumstances, be it financial issues, relationship problems, or life challenges, if your internal world stays the same, the external changes will only be temporary. This is because deep down, the reality you see is a projection of your inner consciousness. If you're stuck in patterns of scarcity, fear, or limitation, that's exactly what life will reflect back to you. True transformation happens when you start working on expanding your consciousness, changing your beliefs and internal energy. It's not about controlling or manipulating the external world, but rather aligning with the energy of the universe, allowing abundance to flow into your life naturally. This is where quantum manifestation comes into play. You can create the reality you want by starting with your mind and energy. Chapter 2, The Mirror Principle. The mirror principle is a fascinating concept that can radically change the way you perceive the world. It teaches us that the external world is not separate from us, but rather a direct reflection of our inner state. Instead of fighting against external circumstances, such as problems, challenges, or obstacles, the real secret to transformation is understanding that everything you see outside is a manifestation of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. This principle might be unsettling at first, as most of us are conditioned to look at the world around us and assume that the problems lie there. The reality, however, is that no matter how hard we try to fix the external world, whether through more work, more effort, or more control, the real change only occurs when we begin to change our internal world. If you continue to hold on to negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, or feelings of inadequacy, the external world will inevitably reflect this back to you. The mirror of the outside world will continue to show you the reflection of whatever energy you carry inside. So how do we change this? First, we need to become aware that we are the creators of our own reality. By doing internal work, aligning our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with what we truly desire, the universe begins to shift in accordance with our energy. Quantum manifestation and spiritual awakening play a key role here, as by raising our frequency and expanding our consciousness, we start to see a new reality unfold before us. When applying the mirror principle, we are no longer fighting against external circumstances. We are focusing on transforming what's happening within us. This internal shift is the key to long-lasting, deep transformation. Chapter 3. Inner versus outer world. The concept that the outer world is simply an extension of the inner world is crucial in understanding the law of attraction and quantum manifestation. The truth is that the physical world, the things we see, touch, and experience, isn't where change begins. It's actually a consequence of what happens inside of us. Our inner world, which consists of our thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and energy, holds immense power over the reality we create. Often, we focus only on the exterior. We want to change our financial situation, fix relationship issues, or achieve professional success. But the reality is, to change these external conditions effectively, we need to look inward. Our emotional and mental state is a mirror of our energy, and it's this energy that shapes the reality we experience. When you hold on to negative thoughts about yourself, or carry emotions like fear or doubt, you start attracting more experiences that resonate with those feelings. On the other hand, when you cultivate positive thoughts and feelings of gratitude, abundance, and joy, you begin to create a reality that aligns with those qualities. The inner world is where everything begins. The thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and energy you emit. When you align this inner world with your deepest desires through practices like meditation, visualization, and affirmations, you begin to see direct changes in your physical reality. The concept of reality shifting comes into play here, as by aligning yourself with your highest desires, you literally shift your reality, projecting a more empowered and abundant version of yourself. This is one of the greatest secrets behind quantum manifestation. What you carry internally is what will be reflected in the external world. So instead of fighting against what's happening around you, start working on what's happening inside you. This internal shift is the key to a lasting transformation. Chapter 4. Atoms and Energy. Quantum physics has revealed a fundamental truth about the world we live in. Matter, the physical reality, is not exactly what it seems. In fact, the majority of what we call matter is composed of 99.9999% empty space. That's right. Most atoms, which make up all matter, contain nothing inside them. What they are made of is energy, constantly in motion. This scientific fact is essential for understanding the power of quantum manifestation. If matter is, for the most part, made of energy, it means that our physical reality is not something fixed or unchangeable. It's actually a manifestation of energy, constantly shifting and changing. The world around us, objects we touch, people we meet, and even the events we experience are, in a way, expressions of the energy that makes up the universe. This leads us to a deeper understanding of our own nature. If the world is made of energy, then we too are energetic beings. Our emotions, thoughts, and beliefs are energies that influence the physical world. This is the central principle behind the law of attraction. Everything is energy, and how we align ourselves with that energy determines what we attract into our lives. When we are vibrating at a positive frequency, aligned with feelings of abundance, love, and gratitude, that energy is reflected in the physical world, creating opportunities, relationships, and experiences that resonate with that vibration. Understanding atomic energy teaches us that the universe is in a constant state of flux and transformation. Just as matter is shaped and transformed by energy, so too can we shape our own reality by changing the energy within us. When we realize that matter and energy are interconnected and constantly in motion, we can apply this knowledge to create a life more aligned with our desires using techniques like meditation, visualization, and energetic alignment. Chapter 5. Cause and Effect on Higher Planes. The principle of cause and effect is one of the most fundamental concepts of our experience in the physical world. However, it goes far beyond the simple action and reaction that we experience daily. The true depth of this principle is revealed when we understand that it applies not just to the physical plane, but also to the mental and spiritual planes. What happens within us, on the deeper, more subtle levels of our consciousness, has a profound effect on the world around us. On the physical level, we all understand the concept of cause and effect. If you throw a stone in water, it creates ripples. But what about on the mental and spiritual levels? When you shift your mindset or emotions, this too creates an effect. Your thoughts and emotions are not just reactions to external stimuli. They are powerful forces that shape your reality. This is at the heart of quantum manifestation. Your intentions, aligned with your beliefs and emotions, create an energy that reverberates through the outer world. When you begin to understand that the physical world is a consequence of your inner world, it becomes clear that every thought and feeling is a cause that is creating an effect in your life. If you maintain a mindset of abundance and confidence, This will create a reality where these qualities are reflected. On the other hand, if you are trapped in fear, scarcity, or doubt, those emotions will generate a world that mirrors those limiting beliefs. This understanding directly connects with the idea of expanding consciousness. When you expand your awareness, you start to see beyond the limitations of your current thinking and embrace new beliefs and feelings that are more aligned with your desires. By raising your frequency and aligning with higher, more abundant emotions, you begin to use the law of attraction more powerfully. By shifting your inner energy, you shift your outer reality. In other words, the true cause that changes your reality isn't in the external world, but in how you respond to it internally. This is what leads to soul transformation, an inner shift that has deep and immediate effects on your external life. By understanding that everything you experience is a reflection of your internal causes, you gain the power to change your life in profound and lasting ways. The power of this understanding is immense. When you know that you can influence your external circumstances by shifting your thoughts, feelings, and energy, you begin to feel empowered. This is not about waiting for things to change from the outside, but about taking control over what's happening inside and watching the world shift in response. This is the key to manifesting a life aligned with your deepest desires. Chapter 6. Overcoming Negative Inner States. Many people struggle in life because their inner world is filled with negative emotions like fear, guilt, anger, and insecurity. These feelings can dominate our lives to such an extent that they prevent us from moving forward and achieving what we truly desire. The problem is, these negative inner states don't just stay inside us. They are projected outward, creating obstacles, dissatisfaction, and frustrations in our physical reality. Quantum manifestation teaches us that to change our external reality, we must first start with the root of the problem, our thoughts and emotions. Every time we get stuck in a cycle of negative thoughts or destructive emotions, we are essentially creating a low-frequency vibration that attracts more situations and experiences that resonate with that same frequency. The law of attraction makes it clear that what you emit is what you attract. So if you remain trapped in fear or anger, that's what your life will continue to reflect back to you. But the good news is, transformation begins within you. When you commit to overcoming these negative inner states, that's when the true spiritual transformation begins. Practices like energy alignment are powerful tools for this. Through techniques like meditation, conscious breathing, and positive affirmations, you can release these negative emotions and begin to vibrate at a higher frequency, aligned with your desires for abundance and success. By overcoming negative states, you also unlock a new energy within yourself, an energy of confidence, joy, and love. This doesn't mean ignoring negative emotions, but learning how to observe them without letting them control you. When you learn to navigate through your inner storms with calmness and clarity, you create space for the energy of abundance and inner peace to flow freely. This allows you to manifest a more positive and empowered reality. As you raise your vibration, you'll start noticing the world around you changing. Opportunities will present themselves more freely, and you'll experience a sense of flow and alignment that wasn't there before. Your inner transformation will start reflecting in the physical world, creating a life that mirrors your inner state of abundance and joy. The key is to keep practicing this inner work consistently until you start seeing tangible changes in your life. This is the true essence of soul transformation, shifting your internal energy to match the life you want to create. The more you practice this alignment, the faster your external reality will begin to shift. The process is gradual, but the rewards are immense. By mastering the art of emotional and energetic control, you begin to become the true creator of your life, manifesting with purpose and intention. Chapter 7. Time lag in manifestation. One of the greatest frustrations people face when trying to manifest their desires is the so-called time lag in manifestation. After practicing meditation, doing affirmations, and visualizing their goals, the results often don't show up immediately. This delay between when you start shifting your inner state and when physical manifestations appear is what we call the time lag. The reason this happens is simple. The physical reality is denser than the energetic one, and it takes time for changes in your inner world to materialize in the outer world. Energy at the quantum level is highly fluid and changeable, but the physical world, made up of matter, requires more time to respond to these internal shifts. In other words, quantum manifestation doesn't happen overnight because matter, being more dense, takes longer to reflect the energy shifts happening within us. It's important to understand that this time lag is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. On the contrary, it's a signal that you're on the right path, doing the internal work that will eventually lead to external change. Patience is key during this period. However, during this time, it's crucial to maintain faith and trust in the process. What you're creating on an energetic level is already moving toward you, but it may take some time to manifest in the physical world. This time lag can be a test of perseverance and faith. Many people give up at this point, thinking that their efforts aren't working, but the secret is to keep doing the internal work consistently. The more you continue with your practices of visualization, meditation, and affirmations, the faster your manifestations will begin to appear. The good news is that once manifestation starts happening, you'll see things moving faster and faster as you strengthen your energetic alignment. Physical changes will start to respond more quickly to your energy, and the time lag decreases, allowing you to experience more immediate and powerful changes in your life. Chapter 8. Meditation and Visualization. Meditation and visualization are two powerful tools that can profoundly transform your life. They are practices that help you align your inner world with what you want to manifest in the physical world. Meditation helps clear your mind of negative and distracting thoughts, allowing you to connect with your inner self, your higher self, and the universal energy around you. When you are in a deep meditative state, you access a higher vibration, where manifestation becomes smoother and more natural. On the other hand, visualization is a practice that involves creating vivid mental images of your desires already realized. It serves as a mental and emotional exercise to program your subconscious mind, making it believe that what you want is already a reality. Visualization creates a powerful energy that helps align your vibration with the reality you want to manifest. By doing this, you are literally changing your internal frequency to match the energy of your desires. These practices are particularly effective in quantum manifestation because they help focus your energy on a specific goal. When you meditate, you are also practicing energy alignment, one of the key concepts for attracting what you want. Meditation allows you to connect with a higher version of yourself, the one who is already living the life of your dreams. This creates a state of expanded consciousness, where you begin to notice new opportunities, new possibilities, and new ways to attract what you want. However, it's important to remember that meditation and visualization are not quick fixes. They are tools that work hand in hand with your internal work. They help reinforce and solidify the energy patterns you are already creating with your intentions. When done regularly, these practices speed up your journey towards spiritual and material transformation. They align your mind, heart, and energy with the universe, creating a clear path for your reality to shift toward your desires. By integrating meditation and visualization into your daily routine, you start changing your internal vibration, making your physical reality reflect this new energy. This constant practice creates a positive, powerful energy field that attracts opportunities, abundance, and spiritual growth. This is what can lead to a quantum leap in your life, where you begin to manifest faster and more aligned with your true self. Chapter 9. Consistent inner work. The key to lasting and true transformation lies in consistent inner work. Just like you need consistency to see results in the physical body, such as when you exercise to build strength or lose weight, the same applies to your inner world. If you want to manifest a new reality, you need to put in daily effort to align your mind, emotions, and energy with what you desire. Inner work should never be a sporadic task, but rather a lifelong practice, a commitment to self-transformation. Quantum manifestation is not something that happens just once. It is an ongoing process. When you start meditating, visualizing, or affirming your intentions, these practices become the foundation of your consistent inner work, shaping your reality. Without regular inner work, it's like trying to build a house without a solid foundation. Without steady internal effort, the results may be unstable or short-lived. This includes practices like daily meditation, reflecting on your beliefs and emotional patterns, and using affirmations to reinforce what you want to manifest. These practices help increase your energetic vibration and align you with the principles of the law of attraction. As you practice regularly, you begin to notice that you no longer attract the same difficulties or obstacles as before. Situations and people around you begin to reflect your internal growth. Another important aspect of inner work is self-awareness. The more you understand yourself, your beliefs, fears, and emotional patterns, the easier it becomes to work through them. This often involves stepping out of your comfort zone and confronting the limitations that you hold within. But it is through this process of self-exploration that you begin to expand your consciousness and manifest a reality that is more aligned with your true self. Consistent inner work also allows you to go through processes of soul transformation. As you release limiting beliefs and replace negative patterns with positive thoughts and feelings, you create space for the energy of abundance and love to flow. This aligns you with the higher frequencies of the universe, shaping a reality that reflects your deepest desires. So, the daily practice of inner work isn't just a task. It's a continuous journey of personal and spiritual evolution. As you integrate this practice consistently into your life, you'll begin to experience profound, lasting changes, both internally and externally. And the more you commit to this inner work, the more powerful and aligned your manifestations will become. Chapter 10. Player versus Character Analogy. Imagine that your life is a video game where you are the player, and your life, with all its challenges and achievements, is the character you control. The analogy of the player and the character is a powerful way to understand the role you play in your own reality. The player, your true self, is the part of you that is eternal, conscious, and connected with the source of all creation. The character, on the other hand, is your physical identity, your limiting beliefs, and your earthly experiences. When you identify solely with the character, with its fears, limitations, and conditioning, you lose connection with your true power. The character is bound by the perception of who you think you are, while the player has the ability to change the course of the game at any moment by shifting its internal perspective. This is directly related to quantum manifestation and the process of expanding consciousness. To create the reality you desire, it's essential to connect with the player, the part of you that is conscious and the creator of your own experience. The character may feel powerless against life's challenges, but the player knows that by changing its internal energy, it can shift the course of the game. This means that instead of battling against the world outside, you begin to align your energy with what you want to manifest. In quantum manifestation, the game of life is not about fighting the external circumstances, but about aligning your inner energy with the world you want to experience. When you act as the player, instead of being stuck in the character, you begin to realize that life is a fluid and dynamic experience where you have the power to create your own reality. This analogy is key to understanding how to free yourself from the limits of your physical identity and tap into the power of your higher self. Real transformation occurs when you remember who you truly are, the player, and begin playing the game of life from this expanded awareness. By doing so, you begin to see that life is not something that happens to you, but something that happens because of you, through your inner power. Chapter 11. Identity Shifting. The key to deep and lasting transformation lies in identity shifting. If you want to manifest a new reality, it is crucial to begin seeing yourself as the person who already lives that reality. This means that change doesn't just happen on the level of actions, but at the level of identity. You cannot continue seeing yourself as the person living in scarcity, fear, or doubt, and expect to manifest abundance, confidence, and success. To do so, you must undergo an identity shift. Identity shifting is the process of aligning with the highest version of yourself, the version of you who already possesses what you desire. Imagine that by changing your identity, you begin to act, think, and feel as if this idealized version of yourself already exists. True transformation happens when you internalize the belief that you are already worthy and capable of living the life you dream of. This shift is a true soul transformation, as it involves letting go of limiting beliefs and adopting a new identity aligned with your deepest desires and values. This identity shift is closely tied to the concept of expanding consciousness. When you expand your awareness, you begin to realize that your true essence is not limited by external circumstances. Your true self is limitless, and you have the power to shape your reality according to the energy you emit. By making this shift, you align your energy with what you wish to manifest, and this begins to reflect in your life. Quantum manifestation is not just about attracting what you want. It's about becoming the person who is already worthy of it. The process of shifting your identity can be challenging at first. It's normal to feel resistance as the mind tends to cling to old beliefs and patterns of behavior. However, as you continue practicing visualization of your new identity, imagining yourself already living the life you desire, and acting in alignment with this new vision of yourself, the results begin to show up. The law of attraction works most powerfully when your identity aligns with the energy of what you want to manifest. By transforming your identity, you begin to live in a state of energy alignment, where your intentions and actions are in perfect harmony. This creates a powerful wave of positive energy that attracts opportunities, abundance, and growth into your life. The process of identity shifting is essential to unlocking your full potential and creating the reality you truly want to live. Conclusion: now that you've understood the power of the mirror principle and how your reality is simply a reflection of your inner world, it's time to take action. The transformation you seek is not beyond your reach. It's within you. When you start changing your beliefs, your energy, and the way you view yourself, the universe begins to respond. Your life starts reflecting all that you emit, and opportunities, abundance, and success begin to manifest. Remember, spiritual awakening and quantum manifestation are not just abstract concepts. They are practical tools that you can start applying right now. Whether through meditation, visualization, or simply aligning your energy with your desires, every step you take toward your higher self is creating a new reality. It's a continuous process of inner transformation, And as you align more with your true essence, physical changes will start to appear. The real question now is, are you ready to take your first quantum leap? Are you ready to stop fighting the external circumstances and start creating your reality from the inside out? Transformation begins with a decision, the decision to align with what you desire, to shift your identity, and to live with the energy of abundance and success. So what will you do now? Are you ready to begin your journey of quantum manifestation and expansion of consciousness? If the answer is yes, start today. The key to a fulfilling life is in your hands, and it all begins with one simple but powerful step. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with anyone who you know needs to hear this message. The transformation begins now. Let's go together.